Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Bobby, aka Paginator, and I'm here today with a double unboxing. Now you might notice the empty bookshelf behind me. I got a new bookshelf, so I have 3 now, and so I'll be able to stack and organize even more books. Fun for me. But while I'm in the process of that, the shelf behind me looks a little bare, and I apologize. But I'll be able to use it very handily as I'm unboxing things, because I have a lot to unbox. First up, I have the Bookish Box, and it was a little bit delayed this month, and totally understandable because some of their suppliers were delayed getting things to them. Totally get it. But it still got here within the month, and that's awesome. The other box I have is a giant box sitting next to me from Book Outlet. I did a complete impulse buy just for fun, like that book looks fun, that book looks fun kind of thing. And it's dangerous when you let yourself do that on Book Outlet because everything's so cheap. But anyway, we'll get to that later. First, I have the Bookish Box, and I am super excited to do this unboxing. I am a little bit more dressy than usual today because I just came from high school graduation in our district. The school year is not over, but we usually graduate our seniors a week before school is out. I don't know how that tradition got started. It just did. So I just came from graduation, and holy cow. For a person who has social anxiety, that is not a good place that I want to be. So I was really smart. I went and took all the cards and presents and things for the seniors that I was giving out to the area that they had their little tables set up in our gym. That's kind of a thing that we do. And before or while the kids were walking across the stage, I went and did that because, I mean, who really cares? I've seen them walk before. And just because they're getting handed a piece of paper doesn't mean that I really need to see it. So I ran to the gym and handed out all the presents, and then I was out of the gym before the kids got there so I could quickly say hello and then get out. Awesome plan, and I'm totally going to need to remember that for next year. But enough with the ranting about graduation. It's time for the box. Time for the good stuff. Here we go. Ooh, I'm seeing pink things. Did I just flip you off? I think I had 2 fingers up. If I did, I am so sorry. Alright, so the theme for this month is the Broken Hearts Club, and I am very excited to see what's in here. First, we're going to toss this pink crinkle crap onto the floor, because I just will clean it up later. Probably when I'm reorganizing my bookshelves. Ooh! I smell coffee, and sure enough, we have coffee. Broken Hearts Coffee Club. Organic Sumatra ground coffee beans. It smells fantastic. I am not a coffee drinker, but I have friends who are, and they are going to love this. And I have a very good friend who is a mother of one of the graduating seniors that's going to be up all night tonight at the grad night party. She's going to need this. Maybe I'll just run back over to the high school later tonight and just hand it over. Oh! What? Whoa, what is this? What? I have never seen one of these in a subscription box before. Is that really a pool float thing? It says pool float. Is it a thing that floats around in the pool and you can put a drink on it like it shows in the picture? Let's see. Come out of the package. The struggle is real. Yes, surely enough. That's really cute, and what a fun, clever idea getting ready for summer. Cool, so when I go camping this summer and we're hanging out by the water, I can blow this up and put my ice-cold drink in there and don't have to worry about spilling it into the lake waters. Awesome. What a fun idea. Okay. This cute little pin says, I burn, I pine. Oh, that's from 10 Things I Hate About You. Because remember when he sees Bianca, that kid's name that loves Bianca. Anyway, when he sees her the first time, he goes, I burn, I pine, I perish. 10 Things I Hate About You is based on the Shakespeare play Taming of the Shrew. I knew it. Okay. Oh, and it does say both of those underneath the little heart on the pin. That's super fun. That's a fun movie. Maybe I ought to watch that this weekend again. Good old Heath Ledger's in that movie, and all kinds of fun actors. What? Okay, I have need of shelf. Okay. Sorry for the brief interruption while I place things behind me. All right, so up next we have a candle, and this says Simon Sweets Oreos. Oh, is it going to smell like Oreos? It does kind of smell like Oreos. It's very sugary sweet and with that hint of chocolatey in there, so maybe it's meant to represent the smells of the Oreos and the cream inside them. I'm sorry I keep talking about graduation, but this is the perfect opportunity to mention this. What I gave the seniors for graduation were these things that I made called Oreo truffles. They are freaking amazing. And if anyone's interested in the recipe, just let me know in the comments below and I will post the recipe right in the comments. It is basically Oreos and cream cheese rolled into balls, dipped in white chocolate, and then brown chocolate drizzled over the top. And my students love them, so that has become what I give out for graduation. To the seniors who give me graduation announcements. Not the entire class. That would be ridiculous. All right. Next up, I see a pouch. Oh gosh, I'm getting crinkle crap all over me. That stuff clings to everything. All right, inside this pouch is a teeny tiny little necklace that I'm going to try to get out of the plastic baggie for you so that you can see. It's got a little heart and it looks like it's a rose gold color. If I can get it out of this teeny tiny little package, we can see it better. There you go. It is just a little heart. I'm sorry it's wobbly, but you can see heart. That's cute. Sometimes you just need something simple and little to put on. And this would go with, I have rose gold metallic hairspray. I could match jewelry to my hair. Now, if you're sitting here watching this video going, gosh, she is weird, I already know. All right. You're getting a full taste of my weirdness today. Oh, this is fun. Dating Disasters of Emma Nash by Chloe Seeger. Relationship status, it's complicated. Aren't all relationship statuses, it's complicated? All right, so this looks like a cute contemporary. I'm just briefly skimming here. It looks like we've got a girl named Emma. She has decided to chronicle her dating adventures on her private blog. She accidentally stumbles on her mother's Tinder dating profile. She gets catfished and accidentally tells the whole world why her ex-boyfriend Leon's not worth any girl's time. But surely nothing else can go wrong, right? This has a fun signed book plate in it, and I apologize that the glare of the light is making things hard to see with this new location that I'm sitting in. It's just a little bit different. Okay, that book looks like a lot of fun to read, and lastly, in the box, we have the cards for the month. We have the theme card. They have been doing these lately where these are colorable. You can color them or you can add them to an art print wall or whatever your heart desires. And then they also send calendars. So since this is May, they send the June calendar so it's ready for you when June begins. Names are not important. It's what lies inside that matters. Sarah J. Maas, Throne of Glass. Fun. Okay, so that wraps it up for the Bookish Box. The people at the Bookish Box are so nice. I had emailed them a couple of days ago and just said, hey, I haven't heard. Is there a delay with this month's box? I'm sorry to be a pain. And they were so nice. They emailed me right back and said, yes, there was a problem. And they were so kind. I mean, and they're just very good, responsible people. There was a lotion that I got from them in the last month's box that was broken out of the lotion jar, and they sent me a replacement one. They're just good people, and they put together such fun boxes. What was my favorite item in this box? I'm gonna have to go with this floaty because it's such a unique, fun, different thing, and it's gonna be so much fun for summer. As long as my nieces don't steal this from me, I'm gonna really enjoy it. Alright, so now that I've got that box kind of packed up for the moment, I'm going to carefully set it down here and dig into this book outlet box. Now this is easily the biggest order that I've ever done from Book Outlet, and it still cost me less than $100. It's ridiculous how cheap the books on Book Outlet are. And don't ever get on their website thinking, oh, I'm just going to look and see what's new, because you will end up buying something and you might regret it. I don't regret this because it's summertime. I'm going to need lots to read. And I'm just going to have fun with these books. Because I did such an impulse purchase this time around, I'm not going to be able to tell you a whole lot about some of the books. I might just go through and show you the covers and keep this video simple and sweet, and maybe say a word or two if there are any books that I know something about. So I'm just going to pick up a handful of books and start going. Alright, so the first book I got is The Dark Between by Sonia Gensler. And what interests me about this was the wallpaper in the background, which is really pretty, and it's a very historical looking, but also kind of creepy with the weird pictures, and that's totally me. I love history, and I was just at a historical site with my students today. It was so much fun, and I love mysteries and history, so I'm really hoping that that's what this is going to be about. Now this one was entirely like a, oh my gosh, that's a cute, adorable cover. I think it's going to be a fun contemporary thing. Mostly Good Girls. So we've got a girl with very cute striped shoes, and this book is blurbed by Lauren Oliver, and she says, brilliant, poignant, and straight up hilarious, which is great news because I need a good laugh. Alright, the next book I picked up was Ivory and Bone by Julie Eschbau. I don't know why I'm a sucker for covers like this. If there's some interesting graphic of something glittery or flowery, or like this, in this case where there's something broken but scattered, maybe it's my interest in photography that has me interested in these type of covers, but this just really grabbed my attention. And I don't really know much about this except for what it says here. 2 clans, only one will survive. Plus Sarah J. Maas says it's exquisitely written. So good enough for me. Alright, I need to start making stacks because I've got quite a few books to go through here. When I was at the post office picking up this box, a friend of mine was there also when she goes, oh, I just ordered from Book Outlet. Why isn't that my box? She was very jealous, which I have to admit felt pretty good. Alright, the next book, I was intrigued by the cover because of the snake wrapped around the girl's neck. This is Arcadia Awakens by Kai Meyer. And I have no idea what this is about, so I will find out. Up next I have Man-Made Boy. This is by John Scovron, and it says a boy among monsters, a monster among people, a hero above all. And I'm really hoping that this is a good boy book because so much that comes out in YA and middle grade fiction is for girls, and I want my boys to be able to go to the shelf and go, okay, that's a boy book. I'm ready for a boy book. Up next we have Charmed by Michelle Kays, the sequel to Hexed. I have Hexed somewhere either in my house or in my classroom. I've got to find it. But anyway, this is the sequel to Hexed, and plus there's really cool hair. I wish I could do with my hair what this girl has done with hers. Of course, mine's way too short, but when it was long, it never would do anything like that, because my hair hates me. Hence the faux hawk. Alright, this one is another one that has just a fun, cute cover. This is by Diana Wynne Jones, Howl's Moving Castle. And this was very intriguing to me because I have been working on a writing project with something that moves that shouldn't move. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Alright, this is London Calling by Edward Bloor. And this is, he is the author of Tangerine, which is a fantastic book. And it was called London Calling, which made me think of that song London Calling, and I was singing it in my head as I was shopping. So I thought, well, we'll give this one a shot. Next we have Embers and Echoes by Karsten Knight. And this has a flower growing out of like fire or lava or something, which kind of reminds me of all the horrible volcano stuff going on in Hawaii right now, but it also reminds me of a Tupac poem about a rose that grew from concrete and how flowers can bloom in interesting places. Okay, did you know that Tupac wrote poetry? It was not from a Tupac song, it was a Tupac poem. I have a book of his poetry, which is fantastic, and if I had it here I would show it to you, but it's at school. Alright, what's next? We have Dreamology by Lucy Keating, And this one spoke to me because the cover is very much like artwork that one of my students does. She's very, very artistic. And I thought, well, if nothing else, that student would like the cover of this book. So if it turns out to be a horrible story, oh well. It was like $1.19, I think. Alright, this is more of a middle grade one. Instead of Three Wishes by Megan Whalen Turner. It is magical short stories, and I am a fan of short story collections. I don't read them all the time. I would prefer just a novel, but it is fun to sit down and just read some fun short stories every once in a while. Then we have Shades of Darkness by A.R. Kaler. This is the first book in the Ravenborn series. I don't know if the series is any good, but it is blurbed by Julie Kagawa. She said, mythical, magical, murderous. I devoured this book, and I love Julie Kagawa's books, so if Julie likes it, I'm really hoping that means that I will like it too. I didn't realize how annoying it was going to be to keep reaching into this box when I decided to set up my video this way, so I apologize if that becomes obnoxious. Alright, here's another one that I'm really hoping will be a great boy book. This is Dull Boy by Sarah Cross. We got a boy punching through letters. I mean, if that doesn't speak to awesomeness, I don't know what does. A Touch Morbid is by Leah Clifford is simply put in my cart because the girl has green streaks in her hair and purple lips, and sometimes I'm a sucker for those type of covers. Then we have Uncanny by David McInnes Gill, and this book is quite thick. It is quite thick, but it has a very interesting cover. It's kind of like, I'm not sure if it's meant to be feathers or what exactly is happening, but there's some jewel-like blood there, perhaps. And it says, the heart wants what it wants. I'm interested to see what else this book is about. The back says, a hunting she will go. Many adventures await me this summer with reading, is what I have to say. Alright, more books. And more books, and more books, and more books, and more books. The Lotus Caves by John Christopher. Did I say that right? Yes, John Christopher. This cover spoke to me because it has caves with a lovely waterfall, and that made me think of adventure. I don't know if this is going to be an adventure book, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, Island of Excess Love by Francesca Leah Block. This is another one that I just liked the artwork on the cover. It's very cool. We've got these feathers that are flying out of her hair, or maybe her hair is feathers, or who knows what. Plus, an island story is always intriguing to me, I think because I'm a sucker for like pirates and that kind of stuff, so I want there to be pirates in everything that's set on an island. The Iron Thorn by Caitlin Kitteridge. I keep having students or hearing students tell me I need to read this book and that they really liked it, and it was on a good price at Book Outlet, so why the heck not? More books. Palace of Lies. Margaret Peterson Haddix. This was an author purchase. I like her work. Yeah, she's a good writer, and everything that I've read of hers I have enjoyed. Have they been the best books I've ever read in my life? No, but they've been good, and she has very interesting ideas. So that was an author buy. This is Homeland by Cory Doctorow, and this is another one that I'm hoping will be, if not a truly boy book, at least enough action-packed kind of things that boys would be interested. It seems like a lot of times lately the books that I'm getting are girl-centered, and I just want my boys to have boy stories to read if they want them. They don't always want to read about girls fighting corruption like Katniss and Pris. But who am I thinking of? I'm so tired, you guys. I'm so sorry. I was up forever last night making those treats for those seniors graduating. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Tris, that's who I was thinking of. Okay. The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepherd. Have no idea what it's about. It's got a girl in an interesting dress, and it talks about a madman on the cover. Once again, this is an impulse buy. So I could end up regretting quite a few of these purchases if they're horrible. I'm sure they're not, though. All right. This caught my eye because the title is going sideways, and then I got reading it, and I'm like, Dead Investigation? What is that about? So I was intrigued by this one, and it is by Charlie Price. And it says, The grave isn't always silent. All right, this next one is Dream Strider, and this is just another one that has a really cool, interesting cover. A girl's face with a sword and snakeskin and all kinds of interesting things. And then we have The Silence of Murder. This was a title pick. The Silence of Murder, what the heck is that going to be about? And it's the winner of the Edgar Award, so it's got to be a pretty good mystery story. Oh, that's making me sad. I have a colleague of mine that's moving at the end of this year, so like next week will be the last time I see him, probably for years and years. And he loves Edgar Allan Poe, so when I saw that Edgar Award sticker, it made me think of him. I hate the end of the school year, except for when it's finally over and you realize you get to sleep in on a Tuesday. It's the best. All right, next we have He Said, She Said by Kwame Alexander. I will read anything and everything that this man writes because my kids will read anything and everything that this man writes, and so I definitely am into his writing, and so when I saw his name, I thought, oh, gotta have it. Now we have Shadow Cry by Jenna Burton Shaw. This cover reminded me of Hogwarts, and it probably has nothing to do with Hogwarts in the book, but you know, sometimes you're just in that Harry Potter mood, and so even if I just only ever look at the cover, it was worth whatever couple of dollars I spent on it. All right, here we have another John Christopher book, and this is In the Beginning. This looks very much like Ice Age-ish kind of, so maybe I should watch Ice Age while I'm reading it. That would be kind of fun. I am a fan of having movies going while I'm reading just because I don't like to sit in silence. So I always have movies or music or something happening while I'm reading. The Killing Jar by Jennifer Bosworth. This caught my eye because of the butterflies, and the title was interesting as well. So we will see what this is about. Do I have room on this shelf to fit all of these things? Okay, hopefully the shelf doesn't fall over on top of me while I'm wrapping up this video. That would be awful. And then my brother would make fun of me forever for my horrible skills in putting together a bookshelf. All right, this is Ravencliff by Carol Goodman. The title first caught my eye because I'm a Ravenclaw, which sounds like Ravencliff, and then again it just had that mystery air, and for some reason I am really intrigued by mysteries lately. This book is Underwater by Marissa Reichart, and it is sometimes the safest place to be is underwater. Okay, so the back says, I look at the steps in front of me. They lead down to the courtyard, the pool, the mailboxes, the front gate, the world. Interesting. I wonder if this is going to be similar to Atlantia by Ali Condi. If you guys ever read that book, it is fantastic. All right, this is a Jodi Meadows pick, Incarnate. I really like Jodi Meadows. She is part of the trilogy that wrote My Lady Jane, and they're coming out with a new book very, very soon. And they're coming to do an author event in Salt Lake, and I can't go. I'm so sad. But anyway, Jodi Meadows, Incarnate. I picked it because of the author and the pretty makeup on the front. This book I picked for probably the weirdest reason, or at least the one that I very rarely ever, if ever, use. This is As You Wish by Jackson Pierce, and I picked it because the girl on the cover reminds me of my cousin. Oh, I have this beautiful, gorgeous cousin that looks very similar to this girl, and I thought, I need one more book in my cart to make it a multiple of 5 because I am OCD about multiples of 5, and so this one that looks like my cousin got put in the cart. Okay, we're getting down to the last few books. We've got, I think, 6 more. All right, Death by Toilet Paper by Donna Gephardt. If this is not a middle school book, I don't know what is. Then we have Magonia, I think is how you say it, Magonia, by Maria Davana Headley. And this book I heard talked about at a training that I went to a couple of years ago by a woman who reads hundreds of books every year, and she talks about her favorites that come out each year, and she really spoke highly of this book, and I just remember her really loving it. All right. This book is Viola in Real Life, R-E-E-L, Real Life by Adriana Trigiani, and I think it's about a girl who's at a private school, and the name Viola caught me because it reminds me of the Shakespeare play Twelfth Night. I don't know if this book has anything to do with that, but still, that's what caught my attention. Centaur Rising by Jane Yolen. Jane Yolen is the reason why I picked this book, because if you look at the cover, it's like a girl and she's looking at the moon and there's a male centaur dashing through the cover looks a little cheesy, let's just say. But maybe sometimes cheesy is what you need. And it's Jane Yolen, who is a fantastic writer, and she has written some very deep things, so I think she's due to have some cheesy ones every now and then. I would do it if I had a publishing deal and I'd written a whole bunch of serious deep stuff. I would write cheesy centaur romance. Alright, this one is a pretty green shiny cover, Itch by Simon Mayo. It just looked interesting. It's got kind of sparklers and who knows what. It says the explosive adventures of an element hunter. And then it says, see this cover come to life, see inside flap for details. What is that about? What? Okay, so the end papers are a periodic table, and then there is a question mark there. The cover itself, there's nothing printed on the inside of the paper cover. We've got green shiny foil here, so either I'm not getting what I'm supposed to understand from this because I need to take longer to look at it, or this is it. I don't know. Maybe there's more that I haven't discovered yet. Alright, the very last book in here is a nonfiction book that I picked up to have in my classroom for students who are interested in this, and when they finish their assignments early, a lot of them like to draw, and this could be just a fun little reference book for them. The Art of Cartooning and Illustration. If you've got kids that love to draw, a lot of times they'll sit there and go, oh, what should I draw? What should I draw? And then I can just say, go get the book, and it will give them ideas. So, very happy for that. Alright, so that was it for this unboxing / book haul. I hope that I haven't overwhelmed you. This has certainly been a very long video. If you've hung in through the end, thank you for staying with me. I hope you've had a wonderful and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.